Hey everybody, Shrike here. Today we're doing another deep dive, and today it's going to be Flare. Now most people would call Flare one of the worst characters in the game, bottom tier. And most of the time I'd agree actually. Except I don't think that they're using her with the right mindset. I'll show you what I mean here. Let's go through her trait. Dazzling Light, gains block. The character can also block magical attacks. Physical attack is increased by 9%. So being able to block magical attacks is pretty cool. And if we look at all the way up to her 5-star, then it increases, the physical attack increases to 15. Nothing else really happens. Her stars really don't do a whole lot for her, I've got to admit. But let's look at her skills. Now, I'm supposed to say, oh, you think that she's a healer? No, you want to go DPS with her. You're using her all wrong. And I toyed around with that, but she really is just a tanky healer. And you really want to lean into that. It's going to tempt you with some debuffs and some damaging skills, but don't listen to it. Because there's a unique build here that you just got to change your perception to really appreciate. And the first skill here, Blessing. Heals all allies within 2-tile radius of the target, recovers 30% of HP, and converts 2 random debuffs into level 1 buffs lasting for 2 turns. Now this is an active heal. This is only in an emergency. What's the worst part about a healer? There are 2 things. The worst 2 things about a healer are A, if they're out of energy and they have to use their basic attack, it's crap. They're just flicking the enemy. The second is if nobody around you needs a heal, you're kinda just useless. That's where Flare shines. Most of her skills are, you'll see, are going to be passive heals, reactions to being hit or attacking. And that's when she's going to do some burst heals. But most of the time, she's going to be basic attacking to do some damage. Not a crazy amount of damage. She is not replacing a DPS or a debuffer or a tank. She's replacing a healer. She is a healer that does damage and doesn't need to expend energy points in order to heal, except in the case of Blessing, if it's an emergency and you just need a burst heal. And convert some debuffs into buffs. That's pretty good. The one we didn't take is Suppressive Blow here. Single target attack, deals 110% damage and inflicts no reaction, no active skills, and no passive skills lasting for 2 turns. Very tempting, but we're not going the debuff route or the damage route. And here, I like this one. I like this one a lot. After initiating an active attack, the character recovers 15% HP for all other allies within a 2-tile radius. And this might also be where people veer away from her. Because if you're spread out, she's not very good. Your guys need to be right up against her, within 2 tiles. But if you are, say, you knew it was coming, in a boss battle, she can be one of your melee damage dealers right there in the front, everyone else right next to her or behind her, doing ranged or magic damage, and she can just keep hitting and burst healing and cleansing. The one we're not taking here is Survivalist. Passive. If the character is dying after being attacked, recovers 25% HP. This can be activated up to 1 time per round. This is very selfish. Flare isn't selfish. She is a soldier of God, protecting others. Battlefield healing. Another reaction. When hit by an active attack, the damage taken is decreased by 8%. Cool, some nice tankiness. Upon receiving an active attack, heals the ally with the lowest HP percentage within a 2-tile radius of the character. How nice! By 100% of her magic defense. And so remember that, because we're going to want to stack magic defense on her. But not just magic defense, and you'll see. The one we did not take, front defense. When hit by an active attack from the front, the damage taken is reduced by 30. There might be a full tank build here, but I didn't really like it. Now, I didn't like this rank 7 at all, either one of these skills. Leader Aura for all Union allies in battle, increase attack by 10% and defense by 20. Auras are usually really good. I don't use a whole lot of Union characters. Plus, I think there's a better Union one. I believe it's Gloria's, but I don't have her, so don't quote me on that. But the reason I went with this one, Thunderbolt Assault, physical damage, dealing 75% AoE damage to all enemies within a 2-tile radius around the character and dispels 2 buffs, is very simple, because I wanted to make the Thor reference in the thumbnail. That's it. And I thought it would be neat to give her an attack, but she doesn't really need it. Her attack is just her basic attack. If she's going to use energy, it's going to be on an emergency heal. She's just basic attacking, passive heals when she's hit and when she's attacking, and then in an emergency, uses that energy. So, Merciful Strike, this is her basic attack replacement, deals 100% physical damage, and increases the effect of the next healing skill by 15. Now, I'm hoping, I haven't actually checked, I'm hoping this affects her passives. It increases the heal done by her reaction and her passive. I hope that works. But even if it doesn't, even if it only works on her emergency burst heal, that's still pretty good. Better than 20% lifesteal. That's very selfish, and she's not selfish. That's it, because she's an epic character. She does not get a rank 11 skill. So, her loadout looks like this. Merciful Strike increases the next healing skill by 15%. Then the reaction, when she's hit, she heals the ally within 2-tile radius with the lowest HP by 100% of her magic defense. Now this one, Cure Blow, is the one she starts with. Physical damage, single target attack, deals 100% damage and heals all allies within 3-tile radius around the character by 40% of her physical attack. Now this is also something she'll be using her energy on, but it only costs 2. And there's no cooldown, so that's cool. But this is 40% of her physical attack, so that's another thing we want to stack on her. Magic defense and physical attack. And then we've got Blessing, the emergency heal. That costs 3, so you really don't want to use Cure Blow too much. You're already... This one. You're already healing people around you with an active attack. It's only if you need it to be higher and a wider radius, then you can use the Cure Blow. But you're already getting the heal because of her passive. So try and save it. Save the energy in case you need the Blessing. But that's 2 attacks, reaction, passive, and emergency heal. That's her loadout. Her gear. There are a few options. The Cornucopia one seems generically good, but I liked this one because it leans into her tankiness and increases defense by 5%. Gains bonus physical attack equal to 5% of physical defense and magical defense at the start of battle. So we're stacking her magical defense, so that'll make her physical attack higher, which will also make the Cure Blow cure for more. So it all seems to feed into itself with the Hollow Axe. That's why I'm using that one. Now the fancy hat. I took this off Abyss, even though it made me giggle to think of her wearing it. I think it fits Flare a bit better. Immunity to Disrupt. It's a good thing for your tanky healer protector character to have. And when healthy, magic defense increases by 6%. That's what we want. We want magic defense to increase. Now, For her tarot, I have Mercy of the High Priestess so that the healing effect is increased by 15%. All of her tiny little reaction burst passive heals, it's even better. And I have the secret unlock here that increases it by 15% more. And then 15% more if the target's dying. So, that's all very good. The reason I have this one and not the other option is because, you can't really see it. I rolled magic defense, physical attack, physical defense on here. And so that one's a really good stats for her. The other option I like is Redemption of the Judgment. Where do we have that one? Redemption of the Judgment here. I don't have one with good substats, but at the end of the turn, dispels 2 attribute buffs from one random enemy within 2 tiles around the character. It seems okay. But I think I like the healing one better. She sustains my team perfectly fine. I took Angel out and did a couple boss battles, and she was fine. As long as it's not the boss battle that you need to bring ranged characters into, because she kind of needs to be able to attack. But if your guys are clustered together, or if it's a boss battle, she can replace an Angel. That's it. Simple. Flare is a healer that can do damage and can take a hit. Most of her healing is done by reaction or passive, and so you can use your energy for other things. Okay, well, that's it. If you made it to the end, thank you very much. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.